Porsche 911 Carrera. It's the 992 series and it's the 8th generation 911 and it's one of the best looking 911. You all must be knowing the capability of this car on the track and you must be seen many reviews about it, and in this review we are going to see how capable is this car to be driven as a daily driver, and also on an overall what this car is all about. The looks of this car is amazing from any angle. If you see the rear, sides and the front, it's very beautiful. The overall silhouette of this car has not changed over the years. Even though it has grown bigger in size there and here, but still it retains the original design. From the front, if you see this car and if you look at it from a distance, you won't mistake it for any other car. There are so many other cars in the market which you will mistake it for some other car. But this particular car, it's strikingly a Porsche. It's amazing looking even if you see it from a distance. Look at the aerodynamic design of this car. It can tear through the wind, and the wind resistance would be very minimal and they would have achieved a very good drag coefficient number. And this driver seat is a perfect place to sit and it holds you perfectly fine, and even if you drive the whole day it's very comfortable. And another key highlight of this car is the visibility. From the driver's seat, the 360-degree view is amazing without any electronic need. You wouldn't need any feature like ADAS or 360-degree camera or anything to have visibility. Naturally, the car's design is such that the visibility is perfect. Porsche has two small rear seats which can fit only two small kids. That would be an amazing place to rise up to automobile enthusiasts who would grow up listening to the sweet singing 6-cylinder boxer engine. But I wish these engines exist when they grow up and not be replaced by the boring electric engines. Boxer engines has a great advantage of delivering amazing torque. But designing the lubrication system of a boxer engine is not that easy. But Porsche has mastered that art over the years and they have made it very reliable as well. If you talk about the wheels, the rear gets a wider 295 size for better stability and front gets a 235 size for a better steering feel and steering movement. In the front, you get a small trunk which would be good enough to carry a cabin size box to the airport, or when you go to the track, this space would be good enough to carry few essentials. If you look at the interiors of this car, it looks very elegant, very simple, very minimal colors are used, but it looks very beautiful. And one thing I want to highlight in this car is, these days modern cars, you have two big screens and it's very disturbing. Than just enjoying the drive, you end up looking at the screens. Come, let's see how is it to drive on our regular roads. You all must be knowing that this is an amazing track machine, but you must be wondering how is it to drive in the city as a daily driver. I am using this car for almost a day, driving on bad roads, good roads, narrow lanes and climbing speed breakers, and it has absolutely no problem at all to be driven as a daily driver. And this car can be driven on normal roads, taken to the track, enjoyed and again driven back to home on the same car. So this is not like a normal supercar. This is a very practical car which can be driven day in and day out on normal roads. The biggest strength of this car is not doing straight line speeds. It's not 0 to 100. It's the capability of this car to take corners at high speed. It can carry so much of speed into the corners. You don't have to slow down at all. It can take corners flat. Such capable car, and you shouldn't compare this car with electric cars which can do 0 to 100. And this car is not made for that. It's an absolutely stunning car which can do crazy speeds on the corners. And gearbox is the one which transfers all the power generated by the engine properly to the wheels. And if the mating is not done properly, then there is no use if engine produces any amount of power. Here the PDK gearbox, which you all must be knowing, which is known for its skip, upshift and downshifts, and it's perfectly mated to the engine aspect. And within city speeds, there is no problem to upshift at low speeds at all. And even within 70 kilometers per hour, it shifts to the 7th gear. And when needed, with a mild push of an accelerator, it doesn't hesitate to drop 3 or 4 gears and pull like a rocket from there. Now we are engaging the gearbox in manual mode, and let's see, the first gear is good for what speed? Before the rev limiter cuts in, it's good for 67 kilometers per hour, and the second gear is good for 100 kilometers per hour, and third gears will take us to mind-numbing speeds. Another one key highlight about this car is its steering, a well-weighted, precise and direct steering which doesn't feel dead at the center at all. Even a millimeter of dead at center feel isn't there in this car. It's absolutely a direct and nice steering for an enthusiast to drive. On an overall, it's a very nice machine to be driven as a daily driver or use it as a track weapon. You might ask, how much does it cost for this beauty? It costs around 2.5 crores on the road in Chennai. Blame it on the steep CBU taxes, and apart from that, it's worth every penny for its capability and the exclusivity it provides. Hope you all enjoyed this review, and if you liked it, subscribe to our channel for unbiased reviews like this. And if you have any car buying related queries, just log into our website consult.josencars.com, enter your requirements and get unbiased consultation for free. The consultations are in video format and it just takes 2 minutes.